always do this to
Wait,
me
wait,
on
wait, wait.
every
Did you say
stage.
how
You
big your
always
ears
try to
is,
rattle
bro?
my chain on every fucking
That's
stage.
my dog. That's my dog. She know I be fucking with her. Yeah, nigga, I had big ears as a kid till I grew into them, nigga. So what, nigga?
So you was around here giving us that Martin Lawrence effect, huh?
Nah, they call me Dr. Spot. I'm born in the
I'm
70s.
sick of you.
I'm born in the 70s. Dr. Spot was the nigga with the ears. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you brought it back for Star Trek days, I'm upset.
Hey, we got Blueface in the room right now. He's on the stage. Happy early birthday, bro. I hope you're in a great mood. I've researched a lot of interviews you did. I seen what happened when you went over to Aaron Crib and stuff like that. And I'm looking at you, looking at your background and stuff. I'm like, yo, this guy like my little brother or some shit like that. So I'm gonna treat you like that. You understand what I'm saying? I am a fan, but this is gonna be one of the realest interviews that you ever had, and I really appreciate you for being here. You might hate me, but at the end of it, I think you're gonna appreciate some of the questions that I ask you. My ultimate goal is let's see the human in you. Let's see what's going on with the relationship. Let's see, if this is a situation where this is a young man who's going through life needing to learn lessons. So first and foremost, as you guys see in the link above, this is a TMZ article where academic says ChriseanRock Rock is ruining Blueface's career. Whack 100 degrees. So what you both hear, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I have my own thoughts and opinions. Maybe academic could come into this room if anybody could ping him in here, send him the link to the room, and also Wack 100 would like to elaborate on why you agree with what academic was saying, and then I will state my piece on it.
Well, I wish we need to get rocking here too. So you gotta understand it's like phases to this shit, right? It's like maybe like one, two, three. It's like four phases to this shit. So the first phase is I totally disagree with him doing the shit he did with his house, right? One of his houses, right? The Bad Girls Club. So that's phase one. Rock's on phase one. So anything had anything to do with that, I was against it anyway. I didn't give a fuck what he said, right? But I had to support what he was doing. So I still found a way to help him out, the food, the water, everything that was needed. Plug into that, let him do his shit, but stay out his way. So phase two was it's over with. The girl's supposed to leave, but he like, yo, I think I want to work with her on some other business, right? I'm like, absolutely not. That's the craziest one in the house. This motherfucker gotta go. He tells me I see something in her. I tell him you done lost your motherfucking mind. I don't see shit. That's phase two, right? Phase three goes to business slash something else might be going on. Fuck is going on, right? So is it a relationship? Is it not? What's going on, right? So I'm seeing the business and I'm seeing him trying to work with in the studio, but I'm seeing other shit going on, which is causing a distraction to what we got going on, right? So, hold on. Let me mute you up, nigga. You mic hot. So, so that's phase three, right? So now, what it look like they personal relationship that I'm not really aware of is fucking with our business that we got going on. When I tell you fucking with our business, we got $1 million contracts that's being canceled based upon shit going on social media. But everything that's going on with that is building her, but it's taken away from our this shit on his music side, on his business side, right? So that's phase three. Phase four kicked in within phase three when y'all saw all the shit. This confrontation at the house, the police, all this shit. I was totally fuck Rock. I don't fuck with Rock. Fuck Rock. I don't fuck with that nephew. I'm gonna respect you, but I don't fuck with that. I don't want to see her. Blase, blase. Phase four kicks in. Phase four kicked in is when I got the call that he had been arrested. I jumped on the freeway, drove to Vegas. Had to find a legal team to represent him because it was fucking 9, 10 at night. And he had a court date 6, 7 in the morning, no bail. I needed a legal team to go in there and get him a bail. Blase, blase. I literally get to Vegas, get to the courtroom, lay my seat back in the range and wait for the court building to open. Get to fly the bail bondsman in town from LA so we can set bail. And phase four kicked in when my mind started to change is when I looked up and Rock was walking in the courtroom. On that day is when I started to respect her hand. because outside of me and Rock, it wasn't nobody else walking in that courtroom. I just drove from California. Other people could have did the same. This is very serious allegations, attempted murder case, right? So when I looked up and saw her walk in that courtroom, at that point in time, I had to respect it. Small things to a giant. I told her, the fact that you showed up for this boy, because my whole concern is him. He'll tell you that. I don't give a fuck about what's going on, as long as you straight fuck the rest of the bullshit around it. So when I seen her show up in support of him and was there bright and early, 7, 8 o'clock that motherfucking morning, that day is when I started to let go all the past shit because phase 1 and 2 was gone. He kept her around. He believed in her. He built her. I seen her growing. He went into a relationship that's a real relationship, and now here we stand. So that's kind of my step up there. But the things that have did go on fucked up a lot of business. And I think he knows that, and he's been making them adjustments, as well as she has been making those adjustments.
So, I'm glad you said that because I think that's what it is. I think it's very important for us to respect boundaries. And like as y'all all know, the fact that Chrisean was actually already there. So from my perspective, she was already there. She's gonna stick with them. She's already said that relationship is about great sex and money and stuff like that. And given her circumstances, like of course she's gonna be there. Like she has no choice but to be there for him. And I'm not speaking on that relationship, but what I'm saying to you is like, do you think that this is a situation where this young man is in a relationship and learning how to adjust and be in a relationship and balance what he had to lose with being a media phenomenon, and how do you see that playing out in the near future? Say, for instance, hypothetically speaking, and I'm not saying it might happen, that they get into another situation like it wasn't about 2 days ago when the mainstream media was talking about how she busted him in the head with a Hennessy bottle. She got on the internet and said no, it was a cup. It's like either or. Like what is this?
Well,
Like to
it's the
me, it's just
thing,
like
though.
Ike and Tina type of situation.
Not what you got to understand, right? Is you talking television. So whatever y'all seeing on television right now is probably 3, 4 months old. Y'all gotta understand that. I know people be thinking like, yo, the camera just came on, but that's not necessarily the case. So definitely they done went through some shit. And they gonna continue to go through some shit. Right? This is um when you dealing with somebody authentic as a Chrisean Rock, and I can say she's authentic because this motherfucker ain't changed. Certain shit I thought, okay, this motherfucker just putting on the act, motherfucker acting crazy, this motherfucker high, drunk. Nah, that's who she is, right? Either you gonna hang in there with her, right? And work with her on bettering herself or finding ways for her to know how to turn it on, turn it off. Jason Lee, he said, yo, Wack, I need a Blueface Chrisean Rock interview. I said, bro, you ain't ready for that. He said, Nick, I'm Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked. You got me fucked up. I said, all right, we be there in 3 days. I brought, and y'all gonna see it, Chrisean Rock gave that nigga the run of his life. I said, bro, I told you, that's just her. That's who she is. Like, she no filters. She gonna say how she feel it. She gonna see it how she see it. Fuck what the world talking about. So what you been doing like that? This how I'm doing it. And this nigga, he got the heart enough and the patience enough to try to deal with it. Which now, first I thought it was a play. Now I can honestly say, no, I think it's just straight love. That nigga's in that pocket. One, he believe in her. Two, he love her.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this whole notion of what love looks like and feel like in the black community these days is just it's not love to have great sex and have money or to be broke, poor, whatever. There's a feeling behind it. There's a respectable. You have to respect boundaries and everything like that. Like, is this really love? Like, that's what I'm really
That's
saying.
really
Is this
love. Everybody love is different. You got to remember to not. Some of us is gonna disagree with your love because you are a bisexual man, right?
right?
So
Okay.
that's your love is your love. You got man. I know some motherfuckers, nigga, that they best sex come after a goddamn fight. Weird. And I know some people that's just humble pie, but the one thing I can say, I think he understands her background because he came from a struggle and he understands her struggle. And the nigga, he genuinely, one thing I can say, he genuinely, I did not agree with it. He'll tell you a year ago, right? He genuinely believes wholeheartedly that the girl is a star, and he believes that he's the one that's gonna have her back. Everybody else gonna use her, or this, and I got her best interest. And I seen the nigga stand in the pocket when she didn't have nothing and give her everything. I seen it when I didn't want it to happen. I did not want, nigga, if it was left up to be, wouldn't be no Blueface and fucking Chrisean Rock. That was him, his thoughts, his mind, his belief, and something that I didn't have as a factor. He loved a girl. He can come
All
off
right,
mute.
okay,
Yo,
but what
Blueface,
I'm
hit your
saying,
bottom corner mic. Come off mute.
yeah,
Shit, man.
Blueface. Thank you so much for being here, man. I've been researching you. I'm like, you know what, this dude is like my little brother, man. I don't have no maliciousness for you. So some of the things that I might say to you, you might not be used to it, or ask you, you might not be used to it because I really don't have a filter, and I'm gonna ask you the question. So, but by the way, can you come off the mic and let the people know that you're here?
Hey, all right. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Y'all can
All
hear me?
right,
We
what's
can
up,
hear
bro?
you
How you
loud and
doing?
clear.
What's happening?
Chilling, bro. So,
It's your big brother on the phone.
who? Nah, you my
Yours.
little bro. You my little bro.
There you go. Get
I
it.
don't know. I
Get
don't
it.
know where you keep getting this low, bro,
This
from, but I'm
nigga
your big
Bro,
Brady.
bro.
you
Start right
25, bro. You
there.
my little bro. You my little bro, homie. And speaking of, and you know what? Even if you was
Faster than
older
you,
than
bigger,
me, what
everything.
happened?
Hey,
I'm
hey,
stronger than you, taller than you, faster than you. Everything that a big brother is
Man,
gonna have
nah, bro.
over a little brother.
Nah, bro, check this out. Like, I feel like you got a lot of growing up to do in order to call me your little brother. And I think you will grow up over
Money to make,
time.
and you ain't made it yet to be calling anybody little brother.
Hey, man, you still
hey,
my
yo,
little
I'm giving
brother.
you fair warning tonight. All my artists is motherfucking wolves. All of them. So
Yeah, we all big brothers.
they
We
all
don't do little
wolves.
brothers.
All right, so we each other big brother like that. I'm not your little brother.
Not each other big brother. I'm your big brother. You the little brother.
All right, I got you, bro.
Hey, yo,
It's
get rocking here, nephew.
I
Yeah,
got it.
get and before you do that, I want to go into understanding who you are now. I know you came up playing football. You like and looking at you from being independent, releasing your music, starting your own show, starting your own Instagram channel, and having almost a 500,000 followers and stuff like that. Before you signed a record deal, I feel like you're one of those people that no matter what you do, you're always going to find a way to shine. So this whole notion that people say that he's ruining his career, I think it's like you guys are Debbie Downers, because if we go back, you was a football star and you went to Fayetteville College to play football, and now I read that you had a situation with the coach. Now, in having that situation with the coach and leaving the school, was it because the coach wasn't playing you, or because the coach felt like you wasn't willing to follow instructions or follow the football program? That wasn't clear for me.
Shit. To answer your question, I'm the type of person that when I try to do things, I tend to be the best at it. So when I became my personal best at football, I didn't really like what I seen in the mirror or what it was turning into. It ain't had nothing to do with no coaches or nothing, honestly. Same with music. Once I became the best at that, I kind of fell out of love with it, and now that's why I'm venturing off as much as I am.
Okay, so you definitely are a wolf. That's a wolf mentality. So I guess we really ain't gonna get clear with that. But you had a rough upbringing coming up. Actually, you didn't have a rough upbringing, right? Let me correct me.
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, rough is. I mean, I feel like everybody has a rough upbringing, whether you live in the suburbs or the ghetto. I'm sure that it's not all peaches and cream, but I would say I had a mid upbringing because I'm the
All right.
baby of the family. So my mom already fucked up the first two kids, so I was just the last one that she could take some better time and care with.
All right, and speaking of that, you just said that you're the last one. Your mom took a bit more time with you to learn from her mistakes, and I think that's probably why she's a little bit overprotective. And you guys click the link above and sign up for Zeus Network. It's only $5.99. I signed up for it, and I have watched some of the episodes, and I'm backtracking now. But on the latest episode of Crazy in Love, and I personally call it Dangerous in Love. I don't know why they didn't name it that, but neither here nor there. Your mother, it was like a prequel to the next episode where you and your mother was having a conversation, and you told your mother that she wasn't your type of woman because, like, here's the thing. Chrisean Rock has a force behind her. Her sisters, her brother, they're from Baltimore and all of that stuff. In an episode, she thought things were gonna get crazy and try to protect you in a certain way by stealing another car. We can unpack that when she get in here. But your mother and your sister, try to intervene from a woman's perspective on your end. It's like everybody besides Wack, from what I'm seeing, this is I'm just a consumer and I'm have the pleasure of interviewing. From what I'm seeing, Wack is the only one, stepping in and stating his piece, trying to, regulate the situation so that there's a fair playing field. And then on the other side, Chrisean, she's always talking about get off of her dick. She kissed her friend DJ Sky in the latest episode. Click the link above so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And you guys got into a situation. So it's like, do you feel like I feel like you're not listening to the women in your life to kind of guide you into growing a full-fledged relationship with Chrisean as she's the woman of your life right now. So it just sparked my interest when you was like, and maybe you can elaborate on it. You told your mother that she's not your type of woman. What did you mean by that?
She's not my type of woman as far as I probably say maybe a motherly standpoint. Just as far as having my best interests with whatever she does, as far as whatever she does, and I feel like she just lost my best interest. So anybody that doesn't have my best interest is not my type of human being to be around me for too much longer.
So, like being a son, being the last son, I struggle. Like hypothetically speaking, your mother struggled with previous kids, baby Jew, and for her to hear something like that, I don't know if we'll see it in the next episode. So make sure you guys click above and sign up for Zeus Network $5.99. I don't know how my mom would take that if I said that to her. Is it like I'm like, okay, is it because your mom's dark skin and Chrisean Rock is light skin, or what really convinced you to be okay with saying something like that, man? Like I don't think I can tell my mother that, but neither here nor there.
What made me okay with saying something like that is I actually have lended my hand multiple times and it's been nothing but been chewed off. I
Against me.
brought her here.
Hey, listen,
I bought her a business.
it
I
went
try to make
against
her.
me.
I
Hey,
try to make her a boss. I try to make her her own.
yeah. Blue, what I tell you, and you told me respectfully, Unc, let me do this my way. Did I not
Nah, for
tell you?
sure, for sure.
And he
I mean,
told me, hey, I
for my
got, hey,
family, I'ma always go
yeah,
with that before I go with what you trying
e-
to tell me. Same
exactly.
same with you. With your family, you might go with what you trying to accomplish rather than what I tell you is a good or
Mo, but
bad
what
idea.
I'm trying to get them to understand is everything that went on, I put it in front of him, told him it was gonna go. He went against it and did it for him, and we took L's, nigga. L's. Niggas knew where he live at because they put him on live, put his address, shouted out his street. House hit 3, 4 times since then. Nigga, we lost what we lose in 24 hours. We went up $878,000. We lost cancellations, boy. Nigga, hey, nigga, fuck mines too.
No,
And
I
that's
know
real.
that's nothing your mother should be at the focal point of.
Absolutely. And one more question before I allow anybody else to ask a question. So in the previous to last episode on Crazy in Love, you had asked Chrisean if you got into conflict with her father, what would she do? And she stated that she would beat her father up with you. And now, like, if we're looking at it from a different
She ain't
perspective,
lying.
like, right, if we're looking at it from a different perspective, it's like she beat up your sister and your mom, and I feel like the respect levels and the boundaries with the females close to you have been kind of severed or ruined. What do you say to that?
It's been severed and ruined long before Chrisean ever was came along. So
All right.
that was
You
just
know,
back there.
you know what, and I'm gonna tell you something, just from one big brother to a little brother. Um, just kidding with you. You know,
Troll.
I had a lot of internal turmoil with my parents and stuff. And you got to understand one thing: forgiveness and moving forward. So as long as it's for you, you got to understand that like you're really not going to be able to move forward, heal those relationships, or make them into what you're looking for until you can truly forgive. And forgiveness is for you. So I don't know the
Yeah, yeah,
context of
no.
it. Maybe,
They've been forgiven. That's why they on the show. Think I
okay,
want to
that's
get
what's
it?
up.
Think I
That's
want
what's
to
up.
get him some money if I ain't had no type of
Yeah,
forgiveness for him?
he didn't have to do that
I want to ask a
at all.
question. So make sure you guys do click that link. This is the Zeus Network. It's $5.99 a month. Make sure you guys watch their TV show. It is called Crazy in Love. Now, Blueface, I wanted to ask you a question. So in one of the episodes, right, and I think
Yeah.
this may have been episode 2. Correct me if
Right.
I'm wrong. But there is an incident that happened between you and her brother and
Uh-huh.
also her father. And I think you made a really good point there. When it came down to it, they tried to check you on, putting your hands on Chrisean, allegedly.
Right.
Again, they try to check you, but then you ask the question, like, okay, but have you done the same thing? And they both admitted to hitting women as well. And
Right.
I was like, you know what? It's the right message, wrong person with those individuals. But how do you feel about that? Like people checking you on, your relationship with Chrisean when they're doing the exact
Um. Wait. So what was the last part? How do I feel about what?
like how they were speaking to you and addressing you
Oh.
when they're doing the exact same thing.
I think they just coming from a family standpoint, and um, I think that's all they could really see at the moment. But I'm sure now they kind of are reflecting, and I don't think they have the same mentality. I hope not. So I feel like I don't know. Maybe I taught them something or something like that. But the way I felt about it, I wasn't really pressured up about anything they were saying. Really, I just wanted them to understand, like like y'all know who this lady is. Y'all raised her. Y'all know her background. Y'all know her history. So with that being said, you should already like for example, one time my mom called me and said, "Yo, your sister's boyfriend is like I guess he like grabbed her up or choked her or something." She's like, "You should do something about it." So I thought about it, right? I said, you know what? I know my sister, and if I know my sister, I done choked the bitch plenty of times, so I know nine times out of 10, it's probably her. So I'm not finna put
I'm
my
crying.
neck on the line for somebody who I know I would have to. I don't know. I'm super like, I'm super cutthroat if we gonna hold court, So if you do it, you can't be the judge of the court. You feel me?
Absolutely. And even in one of the episodes, like the way that you are towards her, like there's a genuine love and relationship that you two genuinely do care about each other. For
Nah, definitely,
instance,
definitely. I
yeah,
mean, the money, the money just became a thing. I've been supporting her, been loving her, been trying to help her. So it's like I don't know where all of this money um, motive is coming from, as if she's making me some money or doing something for me.
Well, here's the thing. It's coming from like no matter how many interviews and stuff we see, it's always her saying, even in your interview with Angela Ye, she
Yeah.
was saying like you guys were dating from the moment you had sex and you ask her about the foundation of the relationship and she's always referring to the sex and the money. And I think that's the realest shit ever because a lot of women look at relationships like that, but that is that the actual foundation? Because like I looked at the last episode, I believe, or the second to last episode, you was actually rehearsing for a show. Wack was there saying, "Hey, this is studio. We need to keep this separate. Some of your
Right.
best material might be exposing something that she might not like, and you got to balance putting that into your craft to keep going forward. Like, I like, dude, listen, I know why you're famous. I'm like, oh, this is I'm listening to his music. I'm like, It's the white kids on Adderall. That's his fucking audience, you know? And I'm like, there's a market for you that, you know, it seems to be shifting because on the last episode, I don't know, you know, if you see if Chrisean Rock is still signed to you, but you were promoting her more so than you. So what do you have to say to the people who feel like her star power is now overshadowing you?
What I have to say to that is thank you. That's what we've been trying to accomplish this entire time since Blue Girls Club season 1.
She ain't
I
lying.
want I want to say thank you because it all started as hate, and she ain't gonna do it, and she ain't gonna be this, and she ain't gonna be that.
Facts.
So
That's facts.
so for me, it's more of a confirmation for me that I can actually make the difference on a record in somebody's life and somebody's career. And I want to give a great shout out to Wack because he's kind of a mentor to me, and I'm kind of seeing myself going more in his direction with this shit.
Yeah, could I ask a question? This is Doggy Diamonds. Can I ask a
Yeah,
question?
go ahead, doggy.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Blueface, we from what we know about you, you're
Right,
being affiliated with certain street organizations. We don't have to get into that. Growing up where you grew up at, being
right.
put on. It's a tough game to get into the game. You was able to get in the game, be successful at it. Tremendous athlete. And from what I'm gathering, from what I'm hearing, I could be wrong, but your whole mission is to save her. Whose mission is to save you?
Wax. My manager. I'm her manager, and he my manager. See how it works?
I
So the
didn't get
same.
that. I didn't get
I
that.
said, oh, I said, Wack is gonna save me. He's my manager, and I'm her manager. So everything I'm doing for her, he kind of taught me because he did it for me.
But do
So
you but do you understand why that might be contradictory to the public? Because it seems like you don't listen to WAP.
um, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I'm more of a sponge. So when he says something that sticks to me, I'll apply it. But if it don't apply, let it fly. I don't. Everything doesn't apply. Sometimes it's like an old school versus new school. He just super paranoid type.
All right, and another question that I have for you is it seems like you're an incredible artist. Like I said, athlete, you shocked the shit out of me. I'm like, yo, he fucked somebody up. You know what I'm saying? So that shocked me.
Right.
But is it a bottom for you? Is it a point where you say, yo, I had enough? What is the bottom? Like drug addicts hit rock bottom. They get a moment of clarity. What is the bottom for you? Does something have to happen drastic further than what we saw publicly for you to say I had enough, or is it an upside that you believe you have in this situation?
Uh, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm two people in one at the same time. I'm her man, but in the next instant, I'm her manager. So it's kind of like I just learned how to like separate the two. So it's like if I'm in management mode, like there's nothing really she can do like to get me out of that. Because I'm here to manage. So if it's going too far, I mean, it must be something about my management, I guess. But as a boyfriend, now that's different.
And,
She didn't went too
and
far already from that aspect.
that's what I want to ask you. Because at what point, bro, when you become the main breadwinner, and you are able to obtain monetary gain from your talent and your skill, now you have people to depend on you. How
Right.
many bags you gotta fuck up before you don't get no more bags? Like, do you realize there is a cap on the bags that you're able to get after a while? Do you realize that?
No, I don't think there's ever a cap on a bag. If it depends on what type of bag you're trying to get. Me personally, I think everyone has the wrong idea of what I'm trying to do. They think I want to be like the number one artist, the hottest artist, or something for some reason. But like I said earlier, when I become the best at certain things and I don't like what I see in the mirror or how the love I'm receiving for it or the hate I'm receiving for it, I tend to drop the whole thing and pick up something totally new. That's what happened with football. I started as a true freshman. I played a game. I threw 2 touchdowns, and that was enough for me to decide.
So,
Okay, is this something
so,
I
bro,
really
let me
want to
ask
do?
you something. Do you know what the hip hop milk carton is? Are you familiar with that?
Nah, what's that?
After a while, you appear on the milk cart, and then they say, "Where is Blueface? He had the number one song. Now he ain't shit." Right. So from what I'm seeing,
I'm waiting for that day.
all right. So you seem like you multifaceted, but what I'm saying to you is because of your actions and how we got sponsors, we got corporate. If everything surrounding you is depicted as violence, abuse, do you realize there become a point in time where nobody wants to do business with you anymore? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, yeah, I think I'm ready for that. I think I'm already positioning myself for that. That's why I'm kind of like on my own island, and there's no like, as much as people try to put a cap or try to stop me previously, even Wack, even when they try to put their nightmares on my ideas or the things I want to do, I don't know. I just don't really go off. Like your opinion is not gonna dictate my,
Tell him the truth. Nah, tell him the fucking truth.
about what?
Tell him what.
Which
No,
part?
no, no. I'm gonna tell you, doggy. This is what it is, bro. Right? I'm gonna tell you this what it is. Tell them what you always say. I fucking spoil them, and they
Yeah.
always say, "Uh, you'll fix it." That's he don't give a
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck.
Whack, it's a
yeah.
good thing you bald
Yo,
headed,
this
bro.
what the
Because if
nigga
you
I
doggy
wasn't
don't
bald
do.
care.
headed, you would
The
I
definitely
nigga
ain't.
will
grow your
straight
hair.
tell me, I will call, yo, what's up with this
I
shit,
said, what's wrong?
this shit, this shit. He was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, you'll fix it. And he'll get out the phone.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Hey, wait,
Cause
I got a
Can
question.
I have a
Like,
question?
is Blue? Hold on, is
Yeah,
Blue a little nonchalant when it comes to certain things though?
Yeah, it all depends. Again, if he know it's just out of his control, he just tells me, I know what you told me, but I did this anyway, and yeah, it's fucked up, and you was right, but you'll fix it. And then that's it. He hang the phone up.
yeah.
Karen,
I'm
go
not one
ahead.
of those people who like if I should have listened, I'm gonna definitely tell you. I don't have too much pride to be like, yeah, he was right, type shit.
But then he just gonna tell me you'll fix it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's your job, motherfucker. Fix that shit.
Nah, but you know what? It is. But I think you learning now, like you said the other day, I'm starting to realize all the other shit that you did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because I just do shit. For one, with my artists, it starts off business, but it turns into a family thing.
Right. Same here. That's kind of how that started. So that's why I said earlier, like you kind of like put me on that never give up on your artist type thing.
Like a motherfucker.
So
I gotta respect that.
yeah, so it's like I'm on that. Like I'm not like
I got a
I'm
question
So
for you. Oh, you
yes,
want to go?
before Miss Peaches go, please understand that this is a great interview. I really appreciate Blueface and everybody asking questions. We want real questions. This is no op up or anything. I'm asking the questions that people are usually scared to ask. So that's just my style. Also, please check out my YouTube channel, House of Clout. That is HAUS of Clout. Thank you so much for the recording. Go ahead, Whitney.
All right. You recently with did not ask you a question, Blue. You said that you lost your love of music. What made you get to that point? Because I know you said how you felt about football. Are you at this point maybe because people were making all those type of comments about your music and stuff like that, or did you gradually get to that?
yeah, no, it had nothing to do with nobody else. Like I said, nobody's opinion is ever gonna dictate my leadership or what I'm trying to do. So it had nothing to do with nobody else. I kind of fell out of love with it when Corona hit. And I realized that the only thing I liked about being an artist was performing, doing shows and clubs. I didn't really like the studio process. I didn't really like, Wack could come in the studio, I have 100 bitches in there butt naked dancing. He'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, shit, trying to get inspired. So so how I started was I just started rapping one day. I just picked it up one day and I just worked so hard at it for a year straight and I literally became the number one artist of all time, right? Or at that time. And when I was at that point, it didn't fulfill anything for me. It didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel happy. You know what I'm saying? Like when my song was the littest song, I wasn't like, you could ask like, he looking like, bro, you're like so lit. And I'm looking like, yeah, that's cool. But What we about to do today? Like, we finna go get something to eat. Like, he's like, bro, you're on the radio everywhere. This producer wants to work. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like, who's that? I don't even
Yeah,
know
he
that.
didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
So at that moment, I was like, okay. So when Corona hit, that's when I started the Bad Girls Club, and I started doing like venturing off and real, and I fell in love with that.
Oh,
I
So
like
now,
being in the background. I don't want to be like the main character.
Unfortunately, he has album obligation.
Yeah. So right. Yeah. So
I
I'm
got the
always abide
music.
by
I
that.
just let it
Yeah. I'm
go.
always abide by that for sure. No, I'm not saying I'm putting it down and I'm done rapping. I'm just saying why you don't see me like you know going as hard as you see me doing TV or in a relationship or management or business and shit.
Well,
This is
in
why.
crazy.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
This is why I tell people as managers, right? Don't get caught up, right, on what you think is going on because just that fast, right? Um, it'll change. It'll go a different direction. You know, you got to have other things going on. Now, the crazy part about it is him and Game have the very same personality and opinion when it comes to the record business, right? Game told me, stop me one day. Come see me. I said, what's up? He said, you moving too fast. What the fuck you mean? He said, I'm getting all these calls from here, there, all this shit you setting up. If you had it your way, I'd be on every fucking billboard on the side of every fucking bus working every day of the year, right? I said, exactly. He said, no, here you go. You got 180 days with me a year to work me. However you want to work me. Studio, album, tour, you have 180 days with me a year because I'm a father, right? I'm this, I'm that. And nigga, I don't want to be the mega superstar. That ain't what I want to do. I do music. When I got to do music, that's our thing. I get 6 months a year with Game. That's it. If I go on tour for 2 months, I got 4 months left. If it take me 2 months to do an album, I got 2 months left. That's what it is. And he's the same way. Neither one of them are like caught up into the stardom of it. That's why they not cocky like that. That's why you see these niggas at a mall or at a gas station. They like, yo, what's up? I'm regular. I am who I am, but they don't feed off into that cocky shit that some of these artists, you can't get to them, talk to them. They got 3,000 security. They let it go to their head. And when the stardom goes, they kill themselves or they OD.
and I get that, and they do come off as those down to earth personalities. So that's what
So,
made me want to follow up with this. What do you feel like your passion is? Is you going into the reality spectrum? Is what you feeling that your passion is right now or long term? And that's maybe what attracted you to Chrisean because she is such a free spirit. She go with the flow, and y'all kind of just figuring it out together.
Hell no, she don't go with the flow. She go against the flow, and she's an expensive spirit. She ain't no damn free spirit.
And
But
I gotta ask you a question about that, right? So, and it goes back to let me not ask a statement. Are you attracted to women that don't listen to you, that give you that pushback?
fuck no,
where Doggy Diamonds go?
hell no. I hate women that don't listen.
Well, I do have a question for you because I'm really interested about the relationship that you and Wack have.
Right.
There was recently an audio clip that resurfaced, or not resurfaced, but surfaced about the relationship between you, Chrisean Rock, and Wack100. Basically, is saying that she's getting in the way of the business. Eric, are you ready with the audio clip for that?
Yep.
Showing he got a woman takes away from the fan base.
You gonna
We
load it
all
up?
know it's a distraction. It's no distraction. No, you're definitely a distraction. I'm getting money too. You get money. I'm saying don't like flex on me. I'm saying like
Don't
she just
entertain
flex on
her.
me. I'm saying like
I just told you
everybody's
she gonna
contributing.
get.
Did she flex on me? It's no no contributing been done. I've been chilling. It been negative, subtraction, subtraction, subtraction.
I
So
love her.
always that's cool. Something. Can we love the fact that he's even showing he got a woman takes away from the fan base?
You gonna
We
load it
all
up?
know it's a distraction. It's no distraction. No, you're definitely a distraction. I'm getting
It's
nothing.
gonna work.
That's the problem. You're the distraction. We ain't had a hit since you've been around. Stop talking. This you stop talking. Huh? Listen, I don't even want to have that conversation. Phone,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
conversation with you,
We gonna
I
finish
need
it.
you to deal with that, man.
I got you.
Listen, man, this a bad look for business.
How?
You gonna go on there and giggle, laugh, laugh, laugh.
Oh my God, here you go.
I didn't even have this problem with your baby mama. My business.
So, Blueface, how do you feel about that? I know that's coming up in the next episode, but how do you feel about Wax saying that, in that audio clip that she's getting in the way of the business, especially now since Chrisean has become a household name?
I think I get in the way of wax business too.
You don't give a fuck.
So shit, I should just come with the shit, man. If you want to manage somebody and you
Type
want
shit.
to really make the difference, you got to really do that and not like
Oh shit.
And
I'm
Y'all
pretty
have
sure.
no idea what I gotta deal with all these crazy motherfuckers I got.
so, Wax, do you feel any different now that, she's actually becoming such a hot thing? Do you
No,
feel
well, no, this is the thing.
You
So,
better tell me I was right at least on this
no,
motherfucker.
I already did that.
No, you didn't. We
Yo,
want to hear
Wax,
it right
him,
now.
Wax,
She
him
she
I
asked
did
a
saying
no,
him
I did
specific.
saying he
no,
right is
She asked a specific question. Give me
no.
my
You know what?
flowers.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm waiting for the Rock to get in here because she need to hear that more than you,
You right
right?
here. She can hear you.
She on the stage?
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna tell her to say what up so y'all know she in here.
nah. Tell her bring her account in here. She was just in here yesterday. Bring your fucking account in the room. Hit the
I
link.
don't have an account.
What you mean without your account? They say you were just in
That's
your
not a
clubhouse account.
picture. Hello?
Yeah, where your
Hey.
clubhouse account?
Huh?
You ain't got your clubhouse account on your phone?
Nah, she said she ain't got one. She's probably on somebody else shit or something.
Yeah, just well make one real quick.
Make
Shit.
make her
Make
account.
an account and then
You could just
just
come in
hit
here
the
and
link
talk.
and pop in there. Right? So um like what I gotta do now, and I haven't even told him this, I gotta look at what's going on because what he wanted to happen has happened. He wanted to take somebody that nobody really knew about. Now Rock had her thing going on sports. It was like this football league she played in.
Man,
And I
she
think
ain't had shit going
no,
in.
no, no, she did. She had some sports shit. I remember. Cause she had like nephew, she had like 200,000 followers with her sports thing. It had nothing
Yeah,
to do
she
with
did
music.
track. She did a
Right, she
gladiator
did
Yeah, right.
thing.
track.
She
Yeah.
had
She
that.
she
So I
did. She
gotta
was
give her,
fire.
I gotta
give
give
her
her
flowers.
what it was, right?
Right.
But that had
Hell no.
nothing to do with the lane you to put her in, right? So I watched it grow. So what I gotta do now is, okay, I gotta look at what's going on with him and keep his balance. I got his balance right. I got him two more open contracts is going to open up in about 2 months, right? So that's great. So now I got to look at what he's doing with her, and I have to integrate all of them across the board, and I have to factor in television. Is the reason why I was in Florida for New Year's Eve, right? So I have to move him from this small space he's in and give him another look at a bigger platform with TV, which I've already done that as well, right? That's done. He just don't know it. I haven't pulled up on him. So my job is to look at what he's doing, look at what he's not doing, look at what he know how to do and what he doesn't know how to do, fill in the blanks, enhance him, and then now I have to move into a space where I have to educate him on things to do for her. I mean, this is management, right? And the fact that it go far and behind him being my artist, and I love him like a nephew and a son. I have no choice but to make sure whatever it is he trying to do, whether I like it or not, in agreement or not, I gotta see him through it with him. You know, I'm gonna always tell him, and I'm gonna let him do his thing, but I'm gonna stay close enough to him so if he slip and fall, I can catch him, and he know that. But in this situation, he's done. That's why I broke it down. Everything that went on from the beginning. I didn't believe in nothing he was fucking talking about, but he did it. He did it at the sacrifice of me feeling it and him feeling it. He did the shit. He did it. He made her a household name on this entertainment side in this music industry.
Whack, this doggy diamonds. Let me ask you something.
Go
So,
ahead.
um, does it seem like to the general public, are you like her manager by default?
No, it's an automatic. Blueface is Rock's manager. Like he'll tell you, I get a gang of Rock offers, right? I call him, he want them. I do everything, lock it down for him. But don't get it fucked up. It's at a point now that whatever's going on with her, right or wrong, if I see something that ain't right, or if I have something that can enhance and better her situation, right? I got an obligation to. I can't ignore it or like Don't tell it, nigga, so she can't win. So now I'm on his mission, right? I gotta make him bigger and he gotta make her bigger. So it all it's all falling up under the same umbrella. One thing he know, regardless of how I feel, he know I'm gonna have his back. He know that. He know I'm gonna tell him, and I ain't gonna give a fuck about how he take it. But he knows that nigga just mad about it right now. He be all right. He watching. He know I'm watching, right? So, um, definitely she's gonna reap the benefits of whatever ties and connection I have. The meetings I took, I said, look, I got Blueface and Chrisean Rock on this TV shit, reality shit. I need y'all to open the doors for a bigger platform, but this, that. I got the Orlando Anderson, the dude that killed Tupac, his life story, right? I'm buying those rights. We're gonna do that. And best believe if I could find a role for Blueface and Rock in that, they'd be in that, right? So anything I do or I have my resources to, yeah, she gonna reap those benefits. It's just automatic.
Did you make
What
the
quick
public
question?
announcement about the other thing that you might have that we spoke about on the phone?
The one up on your way,
Yes.
yeah, that's green.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, that's
he
green.
got to get a roll in that too. He
Yeah,
got to
that
get a roll.
for sure. That's green. I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
green. Yeah,
So,
that's
Yeah,
what?
green.
yeah.
How do you kind of manage him when he's kind of having fleeting passions? What if he up and just say, "Shit, I ain't feeling this acting shit. I ain't feeling this reality TV shit no more. I'm feeling this." How would you go about kind of trying to refocus him into something and making sure his bag keep rolling?
Then I just gotta adjust. I gotta adjust. We gonna do what we gotta do. One thing he know, he can tell me, I don't want to go on tour. Nigga, we got 200 in Dubai. He gonna get on that plane.
Yeah, what you mean?
He
I'm a.
getting on that plane. I don't got them problems. He's gonna tell me now. What he's telling me is, cause he know me. Look, nigga, you starting up. So I really don't want to tour. That means I can keep him out for 45 days. I might could get a hard 3 weeks out of him. That's all that means. You
Wack,
know what I'm saying?
I do want to say, I remember one time you said on stage that who better could manage any of these artists? Like, what do you mean by that in particular? Like,
Because they too spontaneous and the shit that I gotta do is not textbook. You ain't gonna get them niggas in that building to get up and muff. He'll tell you. He'll tell you every time he get arrested, by the time he get to the substation, the bondsman is there, right? He gonna tell you when it come down for court, no matter where the fuck I'm at, I'm flying in, I'm there. And all the other little intricate things that the people in the building, they gonna say that's not my business and my concern. They need that. If I wasn't there to do that, it should be a lot worse.
Is Blueface still in the room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'm right
there.
here.
Yeah,
still.
he's
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he's
one
right.
Yeah.
second.
He's
Let me
right.
give it. This stage is not for trolling. Also, we got some questions, some concerns. We're gonna turn the chat off until we can get 1,500 people in here. But go ahead and join the Discord as well. We got some exclusive content, photos, and information in the Discord that you guys might want to check out. But yeah, Blueface is here. Fireman has been trying to go for quite some time, and
Yeah. I just got one question because I'm out eating, so I just want to get one off real quick.
Oh yeah, get it
okay.
Um,
off, dog. Let me get
at,
it off.
at, at
And then
this at
after
this
dog is gonna be Fireman.
There you go.
Okay, so Blueface is multi-talented. Like I said, the boxing surprised me. He has hit records. At this point, Blueface, what is your passion? If somebody said Blueface is what would you? How would you answer that?
Me? What's my passion right now?
Right now, what are you the most passionate about?
Uh, so right now, what I'm trying to do is just play more of the background. Like I really don't want to do nothing, really, but I want to have residual income, obviously, while I'm doing nothing. So my passion right now is figuring out how I can do nothing and get paid the most.
Nephew, I'm gonna tell you right now. 2023, we going on a run. Um, probably, probably this time, 2024, when the baby blue edition of Incredible Diapers is ready, you can lay down. 2023, we going on a run. I need 7 of them months. I need 7 of them months.
Nah, I ain't there yet. So you got me right.
I'm just letting you
For the
know what
next
it is.
5 years, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wack put it on
so
a record. He put it on a
so
record.
I mean, cause when the other shit kick in, dog, it ain't gonna matter. One thing he know game, no Ray J know. Anything that happened like that, even outside of music, I look at it like this: I'm in position because of our position. So ain't no way I'm gonna go over here and make 700-800 million, and my team ain't hit. That's just an automatic.
Yeah, that's the difference.
All
Who
all
everybody
of
can
them
kick their feet
automatically
up.
gonna
Yeah,
have
but
stocks in the company. All them automatically gonna have percentage in the company. That's just what it is. And he'll tell you he ain't took one meeting. He ain't did shit with Incredible. I ain't needed him to. But when it's
Yeah.
time to go, we gonna go. He know that.
But Wack, I feel like Blue got some. I feel like he got some hits in him. Like even if he making a track saying he don't give a
I
fuck,
got
and
him.
like I want to hear those.
No,
Like
I
you
got
know,
the music. Don't think he don't still record.
yeah.
He record. We just ain't released the shit because of all everything else going on. You understand? It's like, dog, you know this. When this shit going on in the media, the streaming platforms pull back from you, radio pull back from you. So you got to clear the air on this shit before you go in and go out. You know what I'm saying? He knows that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
So I want to ask Blueface, ever since, you said that you took a step back from music. I mean, obviously you're still recording, but no longer were you interested in doing music, especially during when the pandemic hit. With that being said, do you feel like has that like affected kind of like how you view like creating a platform for yourself? Like for instance, you took a step back, right?
Right.
So for you, do you feel like you have any more endeavors left in you? Do you want to keep doing these reality TV shows? Do you want to go back to making music and going on tour? Because you said the fun left as soon as you weren't able to tour.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah, I still very much like music. I'm still into it. I'm still record, even if I wasn't dropping no music. I just don't have no aspirations to be the best at it at this time. I'm trying to push somebody else to be the best. So we both can't be the best at the same time because there can only be one best.
Nope,
So
that's what you need to change. Put your hands
Right. Do you feel like this is a Black China and Rob situation? Has that ever crossed your mind?
hell no, you can't
hell no,
compare
this more
Rob.
like a this
I
more
just
like
had to
a
ask.
hell no,
Hell.
this more like a thug and gunner relationship, but not like up today's thug and gunner. I'm talking about like when Gunner might have been hotter than Thug, and he just attached back to it, or like it's more
That's
like that.
real.
Cause the Thug signed a bunch of niggas, right? And them niggas popped, and when he wasn't as popping, them niggas, it was like an instant, easy revive, like.
Hey,
I know a
so
few. Oh, it's ain't fireman supposed to be going.
yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is Fireman. Nice to meet you, man. So, um, I have a question, right? So, like in the music business, it's like when you have somebody, like when you managing your girl, right?
Uh,
It's like with me, I got my fiance manages me, right? And it's kind
right.
of hard. We get into a lot of fights
Yeah, it's hard
because
as hell.
how does that? Are there moments where you want to separate yourself and be like, I just want to be a man, or you want to separate yourself and be like, I'm trying to get the business done? Isn't that kind of hard to like super balance in moments when you like, damn, like, do you feel like you want to bring somebody else on the team sometimes and step back and just have your personal time? Like, how do you manage that, man?
Yeah, it is actually very, very difficult. Um, but honestly, you just got to put that hat on for that day, and if you're in manager mode, you're gonna have to. You just gonna have to take it, like, you feel me? But when I'm in boyfriend mode and we just chilling regular, I mean, I'm a I'm gonna be the man for it. So I don't know. You just gotta separate the times. Like like if we on the road, I'm not gonna put my boyfriend ideas and opinions on the night. I'm gonna just suck up whatever she's saying. Go get me a Red Bull, like square shit.
Yeah, but she
You just
don't she
gotta.
don't have the same respect for you because in one of the episodes you was just doing a walkthrough rehearsing of, hey, there's a girl gonna be over here and I'm gonna do yada yada, and it was just like her emotions and somewhat controlling nature got in the way of like, hey, and I think the camera guys were even saying that it was unprofessional. So like you're willing to be professional and put all of this aside for her. Why can't she respect you as an artist? And on top of that, like when she get in here, maybe even putting her through some artist development. So why is it like you gonna respect her, but she can't respect your artistry?
Uh, I don't think she doesn't respect it. I think she's just, how women are when they get, I guess defensive, or when they just feel like somebody's trying to make them the problem. Women have a good way of deflecting and making it seem like the
Don't
man
we
is
know
always
that? Oh,
Yeah,
so
you know.
we know that.
So that's just that women thing. I feel like all women do it. I don't think it's just her. I think every man's woman probably got the most disrespectful with him in their entire life, but it's just behind closed doors. Ours is just, you know, out there.
What? Can
I
I ask a question?
oh, go
Since
ahead.
Absolutely.
we're-
They're not up there yet. Just clear the
Oh,
Yeah.
mic.
And,
yeah.
and one more thing,
Since
one
and
more
One
I,
thing,
second.
and one more thing. At the end of the day, honestly, it's all promotion. It's not that what we just shot was not a reality show. It's actually a docu series, and we're executive producing the show. So anything that we do to bring more attention to it is like us doing our job as executive producers. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
So
Now, see,
we're
they
getting
don't get
more
that
than
all publicity is good publicity.
yeah,
They
we're
don't
Yeah,
get
getting
they
it.
more
don't
than
get it.
just yeah, we're getting more than just oh here's some money, go do this show real quick. This is not the type of deal we did. We did a deal. We get a percentage. We're fit to like go crazy, just off EP in the show.
I do want to ask you a question. Being one a public figure is extremely hard within itself, but having a relationship so public is also extremely strenuous on a relationship as well. I probably like behind the scenes, you guys are very loving towards each other. A lot of good things happen, but when it comes to these blogs in particular, whenever something bad happens in the relationship, any crazy fight outside that's plastered all over social media, and then you guys having to deal with it, do you feel like that's putting a strain on your guys' relationship, or do you guys think that it's adding like it's bringing more attention to you guys, helping you guys generate more money?
Exactly. So that's the flip side to it. It's like a gift and a curse. At the same time, it's a curse because it's probably a lot harder than the average, but it's a gift because we didn't set out to do no docu series or no show or whatnot. So everything that's going on is only adding to the sauce. I know it might be taken maybe from my sauce, but it's adding to our sauce. And it's kind of like we a team at this point. So it's like I can't like whether she's feeling like the star player or she's feeling like it's her team or whatever. I'm gonna be the guy on the team to keep the glue. Like that's what it. So it's a gift. Everything is like coming our way just based off of everything that's going on socially.
Do you guys?
Awesome. So one second, tell me, everybody, please do me a favor. If you're trying to get on stage, hand raising is not turned off. It's limited to club members only. So join the club. Join the club if you like the conversation as well. Tommy, go
Yo,
ahead with your
But
what
yo,
happened.
Tommy did
hold,
not. We got, I think Wolf down there
hold
had a
on one
question.
second though. One second.
What
I'm
it is?
gonna give her the phone. I guess her clubhouse thing ain't working. So y'all just ask her some questions now.
Hold on one
wait, yeah,
second,
I had
nephew.
a
Hold
question for
on
you,
one
Blue,
second.
really quickly.
I had Wolf here. Go
Um,
ahead, Wolf.
yeah, in watching the show, like it's very entertaining. I do like it. But I do notice also alcohol plays a strong role in a lot of you guys situations. How do you separate your relationship with your publicity with alcohol playing a role? Like, is that something that you try to do without that influence in your personal life and you use it as a fuel to create or is that something without alcohol? How
Uh,
do you feel that that affects your relationship?
um, I mean, I feel like we at that phase in our life where we kind of like college kids. College kids drink a lot and they party and they. So we just living in our youth right now. I don't think alcohol is like. I wouldn't call it a fuel. I'd probably call it more of like a cup of coffee.
And
A
Blue, I
strong
got to
cup of
clarify.
coffee, Blue.
One second, I got a clarifying question, right? You have, I think, two baby mamas. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're
No
wrong. I
kids
got
with
one.
one. I'm sorry
One
about
baby
that.
mama, yep.
One, sorry about that. No kids with Chrisean Rock, and it's just like you seem so committed to her. Is this like, do you? What do you see yourself with Chrisean Rock in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, um, I probably see her in the best position she can be in, whether I'm still around or not. Um, and shit, that's. I mean, I don't have no like late plans for like me off of her type thing. So I couldn't even tell you.
So what if the general perspective is like, okay, What you got to say about the niggas that call you a beta male for even taking this position that you're taking? Like, as long as she's straight, everything is gonna be good. And
I
hypothetically
challenge
speaking,
any of them to a fight in the ring.
Shit.
I told one this morning. I told one this morning, some little weird dude. I say, yo, bro, you want to get out with him in the ring? He'll take the fade. Don't let his demeanor fool you.
I mean, what I gotta say to that is, let me think of a good answer that everybody can understand. Me being a beta male, I guess me being a what, like
a
allowing this to go.
simp, like literally allowing a woman to run you over and get all her way, and you. It seems like the general perception is people are seeing that she's absorbed you into her ideology of how she see the world,
Yeah.
opposed to you respecting her ideology and she respecting your ideology as two separate artists. It's like everything about you is being absorbed. That's what the general perception.
Oh, I mean, um, I'm her manager. She not my manager, so like, I don't know. You can't expect her to have managers, thinking for you if she's not your manager. So it's kind of like I said, just think one of the things
She gon' so look, this
you gotta
what he's
put that
saying.
cap
This
on
what
for that
y'all
though.
gotta understand, right? She gonna get her way on the management side. He
Yeah,
gets
like
his way on my side. Nigga,
yeah,
at the end of the day, I can influence, I can suggest, he gonna call the dog, right? I'm gonna bring the situation, put the situation in front of him, to go negotiate the situation, make sure it's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, right? But he's gonna call the dog on if he gets on the stage, if he gets on that plane, if he gets in front of that camera or not, right? So on one side of it, y'all seeing her get her way, and he's saying, well, as her manager, there's only so much I can do when it comes to that. Then you have another side of it to where the relationship shit. So now that's the dangerous side for him and the learning side because he already done been through the reacting to every time she react and then it turned out bad for him in the blogs or whatever the fuck. So he's to a point to where, well, I can't just snatch you up. I can't put my hands on you. I can't do this. So because I care about you so much, this what people need to pay attention to. Cause he cares about her so much, he ain't just walked away. Most motherfuckers would have walked away. And then most women on one side of it say, well, I want a man that's gonna be in my corner and stay around long enough to try to understand me and work with me. Or they're gonna say, oh, that bitch ass nigga, he just left me for dead, such and such. So he damn if he do, and he damn if he don't.
exactly.
That was
So I
going to
feel
lead me
like
into my last comment to you,
And, and,
Blue. I
bef-
know
and
you're about to
before you do
go.
that, can somebody ping Indigo into the room and give her a green bean, one of the moderators? But
Hold
go
on, wait,
ahead,
was
Wolf.
that Dia
That
just
was
speaking?
That
Angela.
was
Yeah, that was
Angela.
Dia.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
Dia. That's
Blue.
Dia. Go ahead, Dia.
Yeah, hey Blue. I was literally just about to touch on what Wack was saying because I know that you get a lot of criticism, but it seems like it's kind of contradictory because I see on a lot of hands in social media like, oh yeah, he's a bitch or he's a simp because it is perceived as her getting her way in some circumstances, and then on the flip side, when you do react and there's a physical or there's some words exchanged or some sort of altercation, then it's like you're portrayed as a monster. So I just wanted to personally commend you because from coming from a mental health background, I see that there is a lot of trauma bonding between the two of you, and I think that the two of you may feed off of that, and that is where you two kind of connect, where the world really doesn't get a chance to see that. So I just wanted to commend you for the patience that you do take, and from not only what I've seen on the show, but personal things that you said, for really taking that patience. And I just encourage you, to seek healthy behaviors. And I wish the both of you well.
well, thank you. I really appreciate that. You're actually the first person to applaud me for that. So
Hey,
thanks.
hey, yo, Blue. Hey, Blue. What's up, man? This Bass right here, man. Hey, I
Yes,
want to
sir,
say
bro.
shout out to you, player. Man, you doing your thing. I love toxic relationships too. I ain't gonna lie, that shit turns me on. But you know what I mean? Keep doing your thing with your lady, and you know what I mean? Keep shining. And you already know, man. We rocking with you. We don't give a fuck.
Hey,
Appreciate
hey,
that,
Yep.
real,
love
hey,
one.
hey, real
And,
quick,
and make
Blueface.
sure you guys click that greenhouse at the top. Follow the club, Dark Side Honey.